Hi friends, this is Sunil with you from Penrose Learning. We have an interesting query today. The query is that how you can update rows in a data frame without actually using a loop. So if you remember, I had actually mentioned about using an inline function called Lambda, right? So you're going to see exactly how this is going to work. So I have a Jupyter notebook opened over here. I have imported the entire data set. So we want, let's have a quick look at the data set over here, right? So that's the data set. So what we will do over here is we will focus on the name column. So we have names written over here and they're in different cases. Say for example, Carolina is written in lowercase, and then we have title case, there are some in uppercase, and so on and so forth. So let's try to build a Lambda function where all the names will be in, say, uppercase. Okay, so let's try something like that using the Lambda function. So let's start this right away. So we are concerned about the name row of the data frame, and then what we do is we use this method called apply. So we are using apply on our data frame. So when we use apply, we combine it with our Lambda function. So basically, the Lambda function will act as a one-line loop, right? So what we have to do here, we'll have to assign a variable within the Lambda function. So that variable will be used to manipulate your name row. So let's give this a variable name. Let's give this a letter so it's easy for us to type. So let's say X. Okay. So each time it runs through the rows, a variable X gets created. And what do we store in that variable? We will store the name. So we'll have to mention the variable name again. So it will be X of name, right? And then, okay, fine. So now we are in the loop. X contains Carolina, right? So now what are we doing with that name? We are converting it to uppercase, right? Now, how do we go about changing it? We will change it by each row. So there is one parameter here under the apply module. It's called axis. So if you say axis of 0, it is going to do it by column. So that's not what you want. You want to update it based on each row. So axis of 1. So axis of 0 is columns, and axis of 1 is by row. So that's all you need to do. So let's say let's print this once again over here. Okay, let's do that. Now let's run it and see the changes. There you go. So we've managed to do this without running any loops. That is how the Lambda function works. So you can try it out for other instances as well, and let me know, and give your comments in the section below. You can also become a patron of Penrose Learning and help us keep this initiative alive. So all the links are there in the sections below. Thank you for watching.